host.
Yay! Awesome. Okay, and then I'll watch if anyone joins the chat. So we're recording now, so Doug, you can review the
Okay,
submissions.
so we're gonna start with Don. I need to share my screen, don't I?
Yeah.
We're gonna start with Don Vins.
Mhm.
So here's his project. He looks like he just did the Etch-a-Sketch. So see how that is. So move it around and draw the line. It looks like it works. It doesn't look like the buttons are actually rotating with the movement of the Etch-a-Sketch, so that part could be improved on a bit. Another thing that is a bit annoying is if you want to go diagonally, you have to individually push the keys, but it's not a game breaker. It's just something that's slightly annoying.
That's on every Etch-a-Sketch. You can't go diagonally. You have to do that. So it's really
Yeah, Luke, you have your hand up?
I'm just
Also, we cannot
adjusting
hear
my
you.
light here. Ignore,
Okay.
ignore me. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
If I had a question, I'd just straight up interrupt you, Doug. You know me. No, okay.
The last comment is there's no erase button. So to erase it, you have to hit the flag. So it fully works in every way except for the erase button and the button's rotating. That's about all I can comment on this. This project is very, very basic. Next, we'll go to Aaron's. Okay. So one thing I like about Aaron's is besides it being WASD to control, which we weren't explicitly told to use that, is that it is WASD to control, which is nice. And it's continuous, so you don't need to push the keys down every time. However, as you can see on the screen, it's not drawing all the time. So again, I like that he took the initiative and made it so it's continuous for the movement. Everything's spinning, shaking, doesn't have an animation, but it clears the screen. The one major game-breaking problem I see is that it doesn't keep drawing the line after a given time. Luke, any comments on this one?
Nope, not specifically. But yeah, I like how, was the rotation built in, or did Aaron add that with the
It's
two
part of the
little...
tutorial.
Okay, got it. And then you're able to hold it down. Cool.
Yep. Pavith's Etch-a-Sketch. Very much like Donvin's. It's you can hold it down. If you want to go diagonally, you have to tap it. I like the knobs, that's what they're called. The knobs actually move with this one, which is nice. And there's a shaky animation. The one thing I would change on this is, and this is going to be true for the next one we see as well, when the screen's moving and the pen stuff isn't for the shake, it looks a bit odd. So if you clear it out and then do the animation, I think that'd look a bit better. But beyond that, this one looks pretty fine. Any comments from anyone or Luke?
Not specifically, but just fill me in that the shake, was that in there by default, or did they add it?
That's in there by default.
Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, as in pretty good. I would like people to see the other projects as well, but we'll get to how you guys can still do that at the end of this.
And
Yeah, for the
last one we have is Adwita's. Let's go. She has a green line. That's cool. It's a different color than the others. Beyond that, it's the same project. This project
it doesn't allow for too much
yeah,
creativity,
didn't leave
so
much
there's
room for that.
not too much to comment on, but I mean,
It has
you
the
can do
same
creative
shake
things
problem.
with
I like
it.
that she made it green instead of black.
At least
And
some extra
that's
flair.
it. Copy paste my other comments. Again, there's not much here for
And that's
creativity.
more the project itself, not exactly your guys' work, but yeah. So yeah, I guess it's already time for Roblox. And then I know Adwita and one other student, Adwita and Anirudh, had issues with Roblox Studio stuff. So we might get to that because it's especially important since, well, I might as well say it. Next week is going to be a catch-up week for everyone who doesn't have projects done in either Roblox or Scratch. We know that every single person here, not a single one has done every single project we've put out. And again, for every project, for each tier of grade you get, that's the amount of stickers you'll end up getting in the dojo. So, and that isn't just Roblox. You can do Roblox for 3 stickers and Scratch for 3 stickers. And we're going to keep track of all of that. And then once this COVID craziness is over, hopefully by the end of next month, you guys will probably all get Kamigamis at this point. But we'll see. I want you guys to make our managers broke and buy like 6 Xboxes. Don't repeat that, Avi. Okay.
You know, said
Anyway.
managers in the call still.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna run on over to Roblox here. I should probably share my screen. That'd be useful for you guys to see what I'm doing here, I think. And bring it over. I had both of them open, but I can just go to the Google Classroom. I checked out 2 projects we got submitted earlier, and they were both perfectly great. Already graded them because they hit all the requirements they needed to. So I'm just gonna, oh, this is my student account. Gonna move the cursor there and then pull these up here. Oh, that's a teaser for the next week's one. And then, so we've got one from Nikhil and one from Abhinav. So we'll start with Abhinav, then Nikhil. And let's see, you guys are both in the call here. I know that Abhinav,
Don't forget to
Abhi,
post
you're
the
here,
link.
and Nikhil is also here now. Awesome. So yeah, I'll pop these links in the Google Classroom with a fantastic Abhi and Nikhil. Got Battlefield Chaos with Shops and Resource Harvester. So I'm gonna jump in Battlefield Chaos with Shops here, that you guys can all join in if you so please. Oh, so we've got a little error message there, attempted to teleport to a place that was restricted. And that happened last time too. I'm gonna guess that you added something in the toolbox that the game just doesn't like, and you got that error message. And you have all these platforms in the sky, which I was really confused about, but then I found out that was a very clever thing, because what you did here, which I'll share to class, you've got your cell platform over in the water here, which is fine, but I think it would be easier to access right in front of the shop, because there's no reason you'd have to separately go to change your ore into gold without immediately going into the shop. Because like I was mining in here earlier, and then I had to walk all the way over here, then walk all the way back to get that. So if you moved that, that might have been a bit easier for the player to access and keep them more in this flow.
I made it so the play it would confuse the players of where to get their gold.
Okay. Oh, I mean, you can confuse them, but it depends on what your intent for the game is. It's whether you're trying to make them rage, or you're trying to give them fun, easy experience, or you're trying to make it difficult. One thing about it, though, that I will say is it makes it appreciate the speed boost even more, because you're having to make this trek from here to here, back and forth over and over again. I was gonna say, oh yeah, you start with the weapons, which makes me very, very afraid, because I want to show off the power-ups. So I may just have to eliminate first and get to the store before I'm eliminated. This is actually a much more terrifying scenario. There we go. Okay, he's at least frozen than I anticipated. Do you know how to add the ranged weapons? I showed that, but I can re-show it. So we have one for walk speed here and one for jump height. And the walk speed is great because it makes you Sonic in 2 seconds. But what I really love is your jump height. Correct me if I'm wrong, Abby, but if you get the high jump height thing, you'll be able to access these weapons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it made it unlock new things. So, I don't know if this was a glitch from the toolbox or something, but it works out really well. You have the door rising very, very slowly, and you have so many zombies in there. It's genuinely terrifying. Because even when I try to close the door now, because I see there's a giant army, there's at least like 12 that are gonna get out before the door fully shuts. And if I attack the zombies, do I get any ore from them, Avi? Oh, jeez.
What?
If I attack the zombies, do I get any ore from them?
You get 10 ore.
Okay, so when you have 10 ore versus 1 ore, it almost makes the risk of fighting off these zombies worth it. But then you have the greater risk of losing all your ore. So frankly, if I... Oh, wait. Yes, so I will... Can I shoot them and still get the gold? Because this gun doesn't seem to be working, and the incinerator, I don't think adds to my... Oh, wait, it does. Okay, never mind. You've impressed me in that... Oh, wait, no. That added to his score, not mine. So, yeah, if you could add it so all these guns were functioning, I feel like that'd add quite a bit more, because it works with the sword, but I'm not seeing it work with the guns here. Might just be a bit inconsistent. But
The
yeah.
third gun, I put the point thing, but it doesn't shoot the zombies all the way until they're dead.
Okay, so let me try with a few more here real quick, then we'll scoot on to another project, but I'm gonna try to... So what about this one? Did it just not work for you at all? Because I'm not seeing any flash, the machine gun type thing. There we go.
I tried to put the points on the number 4, but I couldn't find the take damage part. There were 4 separate codes.
Okay, so yeah, so the only thing we've got working for that is the sword, which I mean, I guess forces them to go in quickly, and if there's too many, you can dispose of them without that. I also just not next week, but next week, we'll figure out how to make zombie spawners, and dang nabbit. Now do I lose all my golden ore? Oh, no, I don't. Well then I guess there's not much of a risk, but seems enjoying it. Let's say, I'm gonna mute everyone who's not talking. Abby, could you mute yourself? Because we're hearing a lot of audio coming through.
I
Yeah.
don't have computer.
Where is the shop?
Yeah, there we go. Where is the shop? It's over in this corner here. And I'll bring this over. And is anyone hearing my Discord noises? Because I'm pretty sure it's closed on my computer. They are coming from my phone. That's why. Never mind. So yeah. If it had time to get through it, I definitely want to check out those items. But just for showing this off, I think the jump height cost might be a bit too high. But everything else about this is pretty great. You've got that core loop going. If you were going to add more, you could add more weapons or make all the weapons work efficiently, and we'll get to that at the end of these.
To add one comment to it.
Yeah.
This is more of a game polish thing, but the fact that some of your rocks are floating is a bit odd. It's not game breaking, but it's more of the, okay, if you had time, this is something you need to fix. Because right now,
Oh, yeah, I see.
Varying heights, some of them are floating, some of them aren't. It's
well, I didn't even notice it. So.
different.
I had to replace my rocks because sometimes the can collide was off and sometimes they were on, so I had to replace all my rocks.
So you just kind of did it super quick and like I'm
Yeah.
finally done with this bug mode.
Yeah.
I
Another
feel
comment?
that.
I don't know what caused this, but when someone ran past me, my pickaxe disappeared.
What?
I don't know what happened, but
They swiped
just so
it.
you're aware, this can happen.
You have to incorporate the swipe or no swiping rule, and you can't steal from Doug no matter what. Do I have enough? I'm only just wait, how much? I have 5,000, but I've got to do 5 times that much, and I'd definitely be into doing it, but then I won't have time to review our next project here.
I think I should make it 3,000, and then it would be way easier.
Or have a way to maybe not, well, maybe double your ore. Or actually, what would make this even neater is you unlock an item or like a key which opens a door to a new area with rarer ores. And then those ores would get you more thanes and more thanes. Like you could have different underground levels
Yeah.
that you unlock one by spending gold. And the deeper you go, the more ore you get. What I'm saying is you don't necessarily need to lower the price, but you should probably raise the rate at which they get gold, or more entertaining things happen. And you'll have actually time to work on this project next week when we can do either revising projects or catching up with projects. And I'll get to that at the end. Keep on bringing it up. So looking really great. Resource harvest. So this is Nikhil's project, and you guys can find it in the Google Classroom. That's the name of it. And yeah, so we have the same basic format, which terrified me when I realized there were zombies last week, and they still do now. Nikhil, if I attack and take out the zombies, do I get points from that?
I tried doing that, but for some reason it wasn't working for me.
Okay. We might have to find a way to do an improved, easier code, which I might have found a way the other day, and we'll have a chance to share it next week, which is great. So you have the different types of ores, which is fantastic, because then me and these other players can fight over who gets the ore first, and we have weapons, so we can fight in many different ways over who gets this ore first. Who is Dole Morta? I don't know if I'm saying that name right.
That's Nikhil.
Oh,
Yep.
Nikhil. Oh, I destroyed the creator. I apologize. Please don't ban kick me forever. I was gonna say, because then if you had a bunch of players fighting here, that'd be great. Like, think almost like you could only get ores in these mini game sections, and you only had 60 seconds to get the ore, and then you'd kind of be splitting between fighting the players and getting the rare ore. That's just a random concept. That'd require a lot more Roblox knowledge, but just a random idea. And then I like how the shop is on this side, so you don't have to cross the zombie lake. But, you know, that could definitely be a thing where you do have to cross zombies to get certain upgrades, because you could have a shop over here and a shop up. Oh, you may have a shop up there. What is that? You may have already been 10 steps ahead of whatever I was going to just say. I'm going to go all in speed because, well, I don't think that paid off. So I don't think speed is working, but I definitely want to check out what's up there. Health, I can't tell if it's working or not because you also bring up the HP with it.
You needed gold and you don't have any gold.
What did you say?
It said you needed gold, but you didn't have any gold.
Yes, I did, over on the right here. So what does this say? Give me money, plebeian, hippity hoppity, all your gold is now my property. That is fantastic. If I click it, does it? Oh, that is beautiful to kill. This is wonderful.
Does that button do anything, or is it just an
Yep, it
Easter
just
egg?
takes all your gold. It takes all your gold.
It does do anything behind the scenes?
Well, as in, I mean, you click it, it has a click detector, and it takes all your gold.
Does it have a hidden feature, or is it purely an Easter egg?
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with it being an Easter egg.
No, it's just something I put there for fun.
Okay.
And you added the death cavern, which I mentioned last week, which is fantastic. I love that sign. That is the best sign I've seen in an entire week, and I don't think I have much to compare it with, but it's still the best sign I've seen the entire week. That's pretty great. You guys both did really great, and I'd love to see more people finish up and do their own takes on this project over this next week, which we'll have to catch up or improve on this if you guys want to. And actually, since we're done with that, I might as well start talking about next week and then go into bug fixes. So next week, what we're going to do is, I'm kind of reading off here, catching up and working and finishing the challenges from the last 4 weeks and submit any unfinished or improved programs. So, for example, Nikhil and Abhi, if you guys want to get 3 more points for this assignment, I want you guys to add some more unique stuff to it. So like the additional tools or like a whole another floor or area under or above this. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to go on the route of improving a project, we'll talk about that on Monday. Because yes, Abhi, what's your question?
Oh.
Oh.
Can you I didn't really get how to add weapons with the shop.
Yes.
Last time.
I'll write that down real quick because that's something we can go over. And did you have something to say, Kranti?
There's
That
no
was-
online sessions next week.
No, I'm using my dad's audio.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm getting very confused about. I'm like, it's like
Yeah.
he's about to say something 30 times, and I'm very confused.
I
But
just want to
yeah,
make a quick correction to what you said, Luke. There will be
Yes.
no online sessions next week, straight from Kranti.
oh, okay then. All right.
It's still a catch-up week. We'll still
Yeah.
answer questions in the Google Classroom, and if you need extra help, we can set up one-on-ones or like two-on-ones in bit larger groups if you guys get really stuck.
Yeah.
But in general, there will be no online sessions next week before we launch into the new system, which will be you'll be sent details about shortly within the next week.
So, about that, one thing I do want to say for at least the people who are doing Roblox, I would love for you guys to either get part 1 or part 2 done of this project. And again, message me or Doug. Well, don't message us, but post in the Google Classroom, and we'll get back to you as quick as we can. And you wanted to know how to add tools, and Adwaita had an issue with the terrain editor. So we can go over that. So I would really like, at least from the Roblox side of things, for people to either finish this project next week or add to this project next week. If you haven't finished it, finishing is good enough. If you already finished this, I'd love for you to add upon this. And I'll actually get to ways on doing that if we have time.
May I
about
interject?
adding that. But yeah, I was about to say, we'll let Doug take over about what to do for Scratch projects.
Yep. So
Additional
for Scratch projects, it'll be basically the same thing as the Roblox stuff. You can, if you have missed a week, if you missed one of the challenges, you can go back and do that for full stickers, everything. Or you can go back and improve the ones you've already done, get them regraded, see if they're better, get more feedback on it. The more customized your thing is, the better it'll be. So the more you, as long as you have the core features that it wants, the more you then add on top, the better. Donovan, you have a question?
Yes. Wait, about what it is.
Okay, well, if you think about it again, send me a message on Zoom, or if it's after the class in Classroom. So again, there will be no online meetings next week. If you guys get stuck on something, message us in the Google Classroom. We will get back to you as soon as we can. If it's needed, we can set up one-on-one or two-on-one meetings to work through it. And then next week's kind of a catch-up. Do things you haven't already done, or you can improve on what you have already done, get a better score, more stickers on it. And then your parents will be sent an email tonight about what we'll be doing, not next week, but the week after. because things will be changing up a bit. Did you remember your question, Donvin?
Which video does it show how to make a cell board?
Self board?
A cell board where you
Oh, the cell board. Luke, we can't hear you.
That was this Monday. Thank you for pointing that out, Doug. And we can find that. You guys can find all your old videos if you go to classwork and right here, boom, we've got the Codeathon Challenge week 4 and our live question session from last week. In this Codeathon Challenge week 4, we go over the Scratch projects and we go over how to make the cell board. And we even go over how to make the cell board in simpler detail, in less details, over in the live session right here. So you can check out both of those, Donvin. Anirudh, what's your question?
say.
With me or the other one?
Anirudh C. Is
Okay,
Anirudh
my question is, can we make our own game?
Well, I'll put that on the third thing to talk about here.
You can make one. I won't guarantee you'll get stickers for it just yet.
Yeah, okay, so Anirudh, if you're making, you already started on the adventure game, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you just finished that, you'll have 6 stickers on its own, and if you submit another project on top of that, definitely, I think you'll be good with stickers on that. What do you have in mind? Like a single player thing or a?
No, just like a game. I wanted to make a game like it's like a horror game, but it's like
Okay.
multiplayer. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So somewhat thinking that, yeah, I might show some things off that I had planned for week 5 here. But yeah, if you show that off, I think that should be good instead of improving a project. But for you specifically, I would say please focus on getting in the adventure arena done first, because you're almost over halfway there, right?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, you've got the pickaxe in and the
Yeah, I
ore,
got the
right?
pickaxe and I got the mining done.
Okay, well then all you have to do is add your score, add the gold and buying stuff, and you've
Yeah.
got 6 stickers under bag, and then you can add on or do another game. So yeah,
Okay.
and then I was just gonna say, so we had Adwita had a bug and adding tools. So right now, Doug, if you're in agreement for this, for the next half hour, I think it would be a good idea to just take as many questions as we can for helping in next week.
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds good.
So first of all, for helping with next week, I know Adwita has problems with just the Roblox editor in general. So Adwita, are you on voice chat here?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Can you share your screen?
Roblox does not work for my computer because this is a Mac and I can't download. So
I have a
Okay.
Mac and it works fine for me.
for me it doesn't work. I don't know why.
So if you need Code Ninja's computer, we can actually let you borrow a Code Ninja's computer. Also, sorry about that, Anirudh. I didn't know how long how long were you waiting in that participant thing?
Yeah, can you just tell me the overview what you had been doing?
We checked out the Scratch projects and the Roblox projects.
Okay.
We're not meeting next week at Digital at
Oh.
all. We're going to spend a week to give everyone a chance to turn in projects that they to finish. So like you started the Adventure Arena, I would highly recommend finishing it and submitting it, and you'll get full points for that. Not a single person here has done every single project. So if you have all the Roblox projects done, feel free to either improve those or do the Scratch projects. And if you have any questions whatsoever, put them in the stream here, and me and Doug will reply as quick as possible. And we'll see, depending on the need, if we'll do certain live sessions, because we're taking a week here and we're transferring over to a slightly different way of doing classes.
And the live sessions would be like a one-on-one thing. So it'd be set up by myself or Luke as a one-on-one at a
Mhm.
specific time. It wouldn't be a group session.
So that's kind of rundown, and this video will be attached to the assignments. So, and we got something in chat here. Oh yeah. Okay. So, Doug, do you want to take over real quick, or do we want to answer questions for next week?
I think we want to answer questions because I don't know what I would take over at this point.
Okay.
I can try to share my screen.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. You sent that message 20 minutes ago, and I just got it now. Yeah. So, Adwaita, you're on Mac, and it won't download at all on Mac. You're saying?
Yeah, it says that it will only download for like Androids and stuff. And like
Okay.
Microsoft and stuff. So I don't know why it won't.
I have a Mac and it's working fine for me, so maybe I can help her.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
My studio
Honorary-
works, but I can't actually download it. So for me to play games, I actually have to go on my iPad and it works there.
Oh, okay. So,
Oh, to play Roblox. Okay.
so to play Roblox, you need, but see, that doesn't make sense
Yeah, 'cause
either.
I play Roblox and I have a Mac.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the good news is for these projects, you technically don't need the Roblox player, but let's get that sorted out real quick first.
And I think I can show you what happens when I click my terrain editor.
Yeah, can you share screen here?
Luke, you need to stop.
Yeah, stop share. And then do you know how to share screens?
Yeah, I think it is.
Player Mac. Mac troubleshooting. Download. So there should be a green share screen button in the middle bar, which has popped up. And
It says allow Zoom to share your screen.
yeah, and
Allow that.
yeah, allow that, and then we'll be able to see what you see on your screen. So we'll be able to help you sort out this terrain editor bug.
So can you see it?
No, actually.
No, I don't hear. I don't see it.
So I'm gonna try to. Oh, wait, that's allow record. I don't know what I can specifically do here. So you clicked share screen, and then
Yes.
you collected the Max.
You cannot start screen share while the other participant is
Try it
sharing.
again, Adwaita.
Yeah, try it again. Max accidentally turned that on and off.
And it says desktop.
Yes. You want to
And
share your
share.
desktop, and then click the share button. Once you have the thing selected, click share, which should be right next to it. My hand is clipping bad.
Okay.
Filthy.
It says
virtual
after I
background.
click share, it says open system preferences.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna have to change some. That's frustrating. You'd have to change some computer settings. Correct system preferences.
It says
Honorude,
open.
our sole almighty Mac user. How did this work out for you? You can share screen just fine, right?
Yeah, I can share my screen fine because I just click share screen and then click desktop one, and then you can see, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it.
So again, could you
Okay.
repeat one more time what happens to you if you try that, Adwaita?
So I click share screen. It says you cannot start sharing screens. It says that someone is already sharing
Well,
it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
can you stop
Oh, yeah,
sharing?
because I'm
here, I'll
sharing
steal
right
it from
now.
you and stop sharing. There we go. Okay, so now try that again. Now that Honorude's done sharing that.
So it says I click desktop one.
Mhm.
And then share. And it says open system preferences or cancel
So
preferences. Sorry.
it says system preferences, but I don't know why. Like there's security. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's for security and privacy.
Yeah. So
yeah, for
in
me,
that
all
bar,
comes is a big box, and then there's you have to click one of the windows or the whole screen. That's what I get.
Yeah. Adwita, could you try something? To the left of the share screen button, all the way to the left, there's a security thing. Is there anything about enabling screen share on that? Because I
It says
don't.
optimize screen share for video clip
Okay.
and share computer sound.
Okay, that's the only things you have there.
Wait, I think.
Because as in, it could easily be a setting you have to change in your operating system, which
Luke?
is, yes.
Only the hosts have the security thing.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if they all had security, and that might. I'm just trying to find a way to access settings so we can share screen so we can see what is going on with that. Doug, do you have any ideas?
I'll try opening up system preferences, and then under general, sometimes when it stops a program from running, there's an option that says like open anyway to
So
allow it
where?
to open anyway. System preferences, security and privacy. I believe it's either general or firewall is the tab from there.
Are you an almighty Mac user as well, Doug?
I have a Mac.
Doug, you are brilliant. You are a fantastic human being, and Adwita, the screen is sharing.
Yes, I can see it
So
too.
I click my editor and this is what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just
appearing
open
on
it
the
up.
very, very bottom of your screen.
Yeah, look down.
Yeah. It's on the bottom
Right
left.
beneath tutorials. Game
Like-
tutorials terrain editor.
Yeah, right
beneath.
under it.
So where?
In the bottom left of your screen.
So bottom left.
That
So
window.
like over here.
Yes. And
So
you
this?
down a bit
Down.
more. Is something obstructing your actual screen? Because we're seeing it clearly on our end here. Yeah, you're like right over it. Do you see the tabs?
Yeah, I see these tabs.
Oh, okay. So, you were able to use them yesterday, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
so
there we go.
there's the paint tab. So if you go to paint, and then you have your brush settings, if you scroll down, before you go any further, if you go up to that tutorials box, click that X, because you don't really need that. And you can actually get rid of windows by clicking those X's. So that game one, you can get rid of as well. And boom, you have your full terrain editor. If you want your windows back, what you have to do is at the very top of your screen, click View. So go up the very top, you've got Home, Model, Test, and View in the upper sort of left side of your screen.
It's fine. I really don't want those back.
Well, you will need other boxes back while using Roblox Studio. So if you move your mouse to the top of your screen real quick, go to the left, over to the left, and where it says View, go up and to the right a little bit. There we go. And
should I click on it?
Yeah, click that. So you know how you made the terrain editor appear and disappear? Well, you can do the same thing with all of these. So like your Explorer, if you click that, it will disappear from the right side of your screen if you click it. Or that performance, I don't even know what that does. If you click it, you get the window. Click it again, the window will disappear. Just
output.
left click it. Right, Anirudh, you left click these.
No, we right click it.
Wait, what? You right click these to open it?
Wait,
Wait, what?
no, like left click. Yeah, left click.
Okay,
Yeah, you
and then
left
it'll
click
pop
stuff,
up
yeah, okay.
and disappear. So if you ever are like, uh-oh, where'd my outliner go? And this applies to everyone. Where'd my outliner go? Where'd the terrain editor go? Where'd whatever? Just go to View, and then you can click Terrain Editor again on this screen to get rid of it with your left mouse button. And then there you go, and then click it again,
Luke?
and it's there.
Luke, so up on the view, what is the command bar?
Command bar. So if you write, I believe this is what it is. I've never used it myself, but I believe you can write functions that you can run from that command bar. Do you know, Doug? I think that's what it is.
Which one?
the command bar. I know you can input functions.
Is it like the output
I don't know. I've never
there?
messed with it.
No, output is in its own output thing. It looks very similar, but the
I just-
command bar, because I did Roblox tutorials years ago, and they showed, there was a tutorial that showed me you can input certain lines of code into it, and it will do, so if you type in
Luke,
workspace.part.change color equals blue, then it would change
Luke,
that color to blue. So I think
It's
you
like
can
a
type in those lines.
Roblox's live scripting thing where you can
Luke, I
test your
think it's
scripts
the
out while the
thing at the
game's
bottom.
playing.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, Abby, that's the output. Because the output gives you debug logs and other things you can write in your code. Oh, and she does have the output bar open on run a command, or the command bar, sorry, not output bar. And what Doug says is right as well. I was just gonna say, so that should be good. Adwita, if you need any more help in the future, feel free to post it on not Blackboard, on Google Classroom, and we can get to that. And game server has been shut down. So I'll take over the screen, and I know someone wanted to know how to add tools, and I know a zombie spawner is something people were interested in. I can show you guys
Yeah,
that.
that was my question. Yeah, how do we make a zombie spawner on
Okay.
our own? Because when I went in the toolbox and all the zombies do is they don't come at me. They just give me damage, but they don't come at me, or they just only one zombie spawns.
Okay, so we can go over both of those, and I've got to be focused and quick if I'm doing both of those. So any other questions, tell me now. Any other questions you guys think you'll need in the week about the week in general, or about Roblox, or about Scratch, and I can hand it over to Doug.
Luke, I got one more question. So,
Okay, and then I'll have Donovan. You'll have next question. Anirudh, what's your question?
so my
Um,
question was inside the store, what's happening is it's not getting a gold tab. So I tried doing the same thing as the what is it the ore, how we built ore, but
Yeah.
that didn't work either. So can I
Okay.
share my
share
screen?
your screen real quick. Let me stop
Oh.
sharing mine. Actually, I am going to share mine just for a quick second here to
Okay.
show what it should look like, which I've actually got it open here, where it's instance new int value, and I copy pasted the code into the Google Classroom, right? And
Believe so.
yeah, and it's a copy of this with a different name, and the parent is also leader stats. So yeah, now share your screen, and it's in server script service, and it's called leaderboard script.
Okay, can you
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting it. Okay, I'm getting to my Roblox. It might take a while, so maybe someone else's.
So tell me when you're ready for that, because I'm actually can really quickly explain how to add tools. So we have our shops, and if you guys need a refresher on the shops, look at the other two videos attached to this assignment. It will be on this assignment, talking to future people watching the video, getting all meta like that. But I was gonna say, so right here again, we have our variables defined, we have the cost for the upgrade, we have the click detector, and we have more variables, but here's our actual code. If player is gold value is more than the upgrade cost, then get rid of the amount of gold that it costs, and then here is where we do whatever.
Luke, I think it's opened now.
Okay, awesome. So we'll get to that right after this. And here is where
Anirudh had
we
a question.
can.
Anirudh A had a question after that, if there's time.
Here is where we can do the upgrade or the item, whatever. This is for changing their walk speed, which we have in the video. But to add a item, what you need to do is right here, you need to put an object in server storage, which is a place where the game will contain all sorts of objects. So if we go to my server storage here, close the workspace, right here I've got the gun and the sword here. I just dragged them from the workspace, which I'll be able to see the sword there now if I go over. So here's my sword, and I put it into the server storage. And what that does is it's in the computer's memory, so we can make clones of it and give it to the player. So what you want to do is type in local sword.game.server storage classic sword, so it can go from the game to server storage and getting your exact thing you want. And then you make a new variable that is a clone of this first variable here.
Luke,
Yes.
can we make it like there's a button or click detector on a spawn point or some block and put a zombie inside the server storage and make a clone of it once
That's
it's clicked?
exactly what we're going to get to for the spawning.
okay.
So we're going to make a clone of it, and then what we do is we take that clone and we make its parent the player's backpack. So Lon's way of saying put in the player's backpack. These 3 lines of code right after you buy the upgrade, these are what you need to add tools to your game. Okay, so now I'll Anirudh share his screen.
Okay.
After Anirudh A, Anirudh C has a question.
Well, Donovan had a question.
Donovan had a
Do you
question
see
too.
this?
Okay.
So when I play it, wait,
Don't worry about the windows. You can always reorganize those.
yeah. So I can move now. So my ore works normally, and then so I'm just walking over there. And once I get to my gold platform, I come here. But before that, over
You
here,
have no gold.
yeah, there's no gold. So this will surely not work.
So the thing is, you don't have any script in your server script service. So how?
I think I just added it. Wait,
Yes, stop. Oh, okay, now it's showing up. So go up to that. Open that, and show that you have 2 scripts. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I put it in different scripts because I tried to put it in one and it didn't work. So I'm just going to
get rid of
it.
this specific one, and then go up one. This script
one.
here.
This is my old one, so I'm just going to enter.
Let's actually, I think this is good. Go back, get rid of that real quick. Get rid of what you just added.
This one?
Yes, get rid of that.
Control C and backspace it. What do I do? So
so you have the folder and you have your ore value.
right up here. Yeah, I got this up here, but I still need my gold.
Yeah, so what you want to do is right under the ore. So copy from when it says local ore all the way down to leader stats. So lines 7 to 10.
Okay.
So copy all 3 of those lines.
Okay, so
Copy, and then go down in right under line 10.
Okay.
Press enter. Press enter one more time. And just like that. But instead of calling that ore, call it gold.
Yeah. Okay.
So type in gold. Okay.
Yeah, I did it like this. And
just
then
do it one more time real quick. I've learned in the dojo that if kids do the same exact code in front of me, it magically works.
Make sure you do gold.name equals gold, because if gold.name is equal to ore, then it's not working.
I'm changing that later. So
Doug. Yeah, Doug.
Just making sure.
Today is Bully Doug Day. No.
So I'm gonna name it gold, and then let's see.
Because that looks perfectly fine to me, unless anyone saw some error.
So
there we go. We're good.
Oh.
Again,
I saw the error.
I just have that magic power.
No.
Leader stats was spelled wrong.
What?
Leader stats had blue underline.
Yeah, I know. That's what was my problem before. And then now magically, because Luke's seeing my screen, it works. I don't know how.
My eyes just have a magic power that cures all code.
I'm going to check if my gold platform works.
You may have tried to make a new variable called leader stats. Because the one already existed called leader stats, it didn't like it.
Or if
I
you
guess.
had that
Well,
other one.
my thing is not working, but I do have gold.
Okay. Well, we can.
What is the blue underline? I just got that when I'm trying
So
to.
blue
Yeah.
underline means it can't find the reference to that.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
going to that, and then yes,
So
it doesn't
like
have it. Right here, it used to have it. I was like, why is it not working? And now once you're here, it's working. It's
Mhm.
the same exact code.
that's how code works. Okay. Be in the presence of your sensei and it works. Real quick,
I don't.
to fix annoyance, go to gold.name and make gold have a capital G, or it will drive me insane. And if I'm insane, then I can't teach. And if I can't teach, I can't look at code and fix it for you guys. So, yeah. But anyway, good job. I'd love to see this completed by next week. I want to do Donovan's question and then Anirudh C's question, and then we'll try to get to zombies.
I have
okay.
an answer for Anirudh's question.
Okay.
For the zombie spawner,
Yeah.
sometimes it only spawns one zombie because it's like a respawn. Because if the zombie dies, it's gonna respawn there. That's why.
No, I found a new way. I found while we were doing the click detector, so I could make a button and click it, and then a zombie spawns. Then once I kill it, I can spawn another zombie on my own, because I'll have a clone. I have one clone in my the server storage, and then I'll take a clone from that and
Yep.
put it on.
That's exactly what we'll do for our zombies. So yeah, I'll show you guys actually the basic idea of how to do both of those methods. And Honored C, who has the best background out of all of us.
Wait, what? He
What's your
does?
question? Yeah, because he somehow has the sensei back. Where
You
did
do
you get
too.
that? Where did
Yeah.
you get the sensei background?
There's a thing called Google search. That I use.
Okay, well, it's not the exact one. So.
Well,
Yeah,
it's exact
yours is cooler, Luke.
What's
than-
your question?
Yeah, Luke's is
Anirudh?
way
Forming your
cooler than
future
mine. Mine is just
career,
like
and then Nikhil has a question. So Anirudh, let's because I want to get to zombie spawners. So let's see.
Okay, so
Anirudh, what's your question?
my question is, how do you change the zombies look? Because okay, look. So I have the. Can I share my screen?
Or if you want,
Changed.
I think I got a answer. So if you want to change it, you can just make your own zombie, and there's some port or something. From there you can create a rig, and then it'll ask you what
yeah.
kind, and then you can build one.
Yeah,
and
you
then,
can build one. And
yeah,
then you
and
just
go
take
to
the
Roblox's zombies code, and then get
and
all
take
of that
it,
and
yeah.
copy and paste it into
Yeah,
your
you can do
new
that. Okay, that's my
rig.
question. I'll just make my own.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can do that, or you can ungroup it and customize certain parts.
Yeah. No, you can't because when you do that, the zombie has like an individual animation thing. So if you make the whole thing red, for example, and then play the game, it'll turn green again.
Oh, okay, it's in its code. So yeah, you might want to mess with different zombies instead just the basic one, or
Yeah.
you may have to go into the code, which takes a while, but it is possible. I was wondering if we.
Yeah, I would prefer making a new zombie and taking all the
from
code.
scratch.
That's
That's
easy
what I was
way.
thinking for 1 week is going just over enemy AI. So now that's good. Nikhil, what was your question?
Can I share my screen because it's something in my game?
Okay. Yeah. Share screen.
Okay, so with this, my two things
Oh
here.
yeah, the speed increase wasn't quite working.
Those were not working. So if I
okay.
start my game.
Luke, sorry to interrupt, but I had a problem not with the code, but instead with the text label, because when I put 1.1.0 and all that, what happened was it kind of how should I say it? It disappeared. I don't think it was on the bottom. it wasn't on the both sides. It wasn't on the front or back.
What specifically disappeared? Oh, your text label.
Yeah, that was
Make sure
gone.
it's on the right object because I messed that up while I was
Yeah,
showing
no,
it off.
it was on the right one. I named it part, and I looked. It was on part. So
Okay, try putting on a different object and test that out. Check every face of the object, and you have
Okay.
the you don't put a text label on it. You put a surface GUI on it, and
Yeah,
on
I
that
did
you put
that.
a text label.
Yeah,
So
that's
try
what
that.
I did.
Try that with a different object real quick.
Okay.
So yeah, I see it's not working, Nikhil. Can you go into your code, real quick? Because I was able to check it out while we were grading through it. I mean, I already graded it beforehand, and you guys both got full points. You did great. Just click the actual object in front of you here, and that'll be a quicker way to get to it. Or there you go. So double click. This is the max health one. So let me pull up mine on the side here. Keep that open. Oh, that's the cell platform. I just gotta find mine here and see. You probably have like you're missing a tiny okay. You've got player.character.humanoid.max.health equals player.character.humanoid.max.health plus 10. Oof.
And everything else works because it does subtract the money from your overall gold.
I saw you
Okay.
got 0 gold after taking pressing it multiple times.
Yeah, so it takes your gold. I don't see an issue with that max health
I
statement.
don't ever
Walk
see you
speed.
getting a reference to player unless that's built into
It
Roblox.
is. It's in that give upgrade thing. It gives
Okay.
a reference to whoever that is. And what I was gonna say, let me go to the whoever has that plane. I'm gonna just have to mute everyone here. Sorry. Okay. Cool. So speed sword. What was I looking at? Speed increase here. Boom. Player.character.humanoid. Okay, so if we can go over to walk speed real quick. What's your walk speed one?
It's the same thing. I just put the different upgrade cost, and then this is what I had.
Okay, put your upgrade costs down to 1 real quick so we can quickly debug this. SPED. Okay, sped walk detector. Player.character. I'm just gonna look through letter by letter. Do you have character spelled correctly? Yes. Do you have humanoid spelled human-eoid? You have human-eoid. You need your O and I swapped. Try swapping it's OI, and then do that to your walk speed one. Go over, do that to your health one. And now go check out your game. I really wish Roblox would
Highlight
give you
that.
spell check on that because they know what those terms are, and if they're in that framing like that, then they know it's not just a random variable you made. They know you're referencing humanoids, so they should just underline it because they can't find the reference to it, but they don't do that, and B, underline it because I don't know. That's very confusing to me. So speed increase. Oh, look at that. We have a Sanic boy. A very Sanic boy, and you can go on over, show us your health increase real quick. And you have a chonky boy as well. Look at all that health. That is fantastic. Cool. So it is right at 6. I want to really show off the zombie spawner. Okay, well, real quick, Doug, do you have any closing comments or whatever?
I do not. The only closing comment I could think of is remember, there's no online meetings next week unless you guys are having like a lot of trouble and you set them up with the sensei individually. If you have questions, put them in the Google Classroom. Myself or Luke will try to answer them as soon as possible. Depending on the question, we may set up a one-on-one meeting with you.
Okay. So I know quite a few people want to do the zombie spawner thing. So I want to see if I can run over that in 10 minutes. So stay here if you want to listen to zombie spawner stuff. I mean, this will be a video anyway.
Luke,
But if you don't want to stay for zombie spawner, you can just leave right now and resubmit what you can for the week. Anirudh, yes, what was your question, Anirudh A?
I it accidentally on, so I didn't mean to unmute myself.
Okay. Do you have a question? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, and Nikhil, you
Nikhil
have
has
a
a question.
question? Yes.
So do we have a thing on Saturday too?
This Saturday, no, we will not be meeting for the entire week as far as I know. We might be able to work, we'll update you guys if we do, but submit it and we'll make sure to write feedback in when we give them back to you for grading. I don't usually do that because we're doing this because we have the live sessions, but since we won't have that, I'll make sure to write out feedback for you guys. So yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so you guys can head on out if you don't really care too much about zombie spawner, but stay if you want to see how to make the zombie spawner.
Luke, do you need me here for this?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
So thank you, Doug. I'm gonna run over this real quick because I know I've got a lot of requests, and then we'll close the meeting. Bye, Doug. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm not sharing screen. That's important. You're the chosen. Is Doug the only one who left?
I
think Advita and Max left.
Yeah, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they two
Gotcha.
left.
Okay, never mind. Because, see, if Doug was the only one who left, then I could shame him forever. But, you know, whatever. You guys are the chosen zombie ninjas. You guys are the crew. Okay?
I'm not really a zombie ninja. I'm just.
You are now. You are now. So, yeah, I was gonna say.
Whoa, where is
so,
this?
So, okay, I'll give you a preview
What is
of next. This is much more impressive looking than it actually is.
Ooh.
What I used here is a technique called a front. So, okay, fine, I'll give you a preview of next week's assignment because you guys seem fascinated. But basically, what I wanted to go over is doors with a lock and key and zombie spawners and lighting. Those would be the three main topics. And you're also saying, wow, this looks really cool and impressive. And it somewhat is, like if you play the game, it looks like a huge castle. But really, all it is 2 rooms. What I've done here is I've used something called a front. And I've limited the zoom distance so the player can't really see how small it is. They just grab their key, they walk in.
It's cool.
And so to make that front, it's really easy. Like you saw, it's basically just
Luke, it's getting very glitchy.
the share screen is.
Luke,
Yes.
the internet connection was very unstable. You were getting glitchy.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We've got this on recording from my end, so you guys will be able to see that. If I get rid of just the walls here that make it look fancy, this is all I really made. But when your player's playing your game, they won't ever know that. They'll just think it's a huge, huge castle. I mean, they'll know it when they go in there, but then they'll have that whoa reaction that you guys had. But we're not interested in the castle. We're interested in this little fellow right here. This is our zombie spawner, and you guys get to learn about it early because zombie spawners are pretty
fun.
cool. Yeah. So what this is it's literally just a random part, and I'll just make a new one for the sake of showing you guys it. I made it transparent in green because all zombie spawners are transparent in green, of course. And I took off Can Collide and anchored it so the zombies don't glitch out once they spawn in. And I wasn't fully ready to teach this, so I'm just gonna. The code is very, very simple. All you do is you get a reference to the parent, which is the spawner here. Then you get a reference to the zombie, which is going to be chilling in your server storage, which is where you take your tools and items, whatever. Okay? And what we have is a while true do loop, which is just a while true loop which repeats over and over and over and over and over again until infinity. So just like the items, we make a clone of it, except instead of parenting it to the backpack, since having a zombie in your backpack doesn't quite work in Roblox, what we do is we parent it to the workspace, so it gets attached to the workspace and is in our actual level. Then, once it's in the workspace somewhere, then we're going to teleport it to wherever the spawner is. And to do that, we use the object's C frame, which is essentially its location. So we do zombieclone.torso.cframe, and we set that equal to the spawner's C frame, wherever that is. And then I have a wait here.
Can't they just
Honorude
name
A.
it location?
Yes, in every other 3D engine I have used does do that. So why it's a C-frame is currently beyond me, and I have no idea why. And I tried doing C-frame.location earlier because that would just make sense, because you can do .location after it, but you can't assign a location variable to a location variable, but you can assign a C-frame variable to a C-frame variable which has that location variable, and it's confusing.
It's confusing.
But imagine that C-frame just says location, and you have to do zombieclone.torso.cframe because the torso is the middle of the object and where all the other things. If you did just zombieclone.cframe, that wouldn't work. If you did any other body part, then that arm, that hand, that head would just teleport to this point. But since the torso is the parent of everything when it comes to an NPC, that will teleport them over. So now I have a wait here. If you don't have this wait, you'll instantly crash Roblox by spawning a bazillion zombies every single frame. So I have it wait 30 seconds. I'm going to take that down to 3.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to pop this. I'm going to make a script for this part here, just for the sake of showing you guys. And make sure, again, that your zombie is in your server storage. When I got this drooling zombie, there was a space between drooling and zombie.
Luke, you better get yourself a weapon in your backpack because there's gonna be 2 spawners.
Yeah, well, I could do that, or I could click under here. I showed this before. Oh, never mind. I clicked play. You can click run to just run your code without your player being there. So if I do run, I can just see we've got 1 zombie. And we've got the zombies attack each other. Yeah. So I was going to say, like, how do we keep track of the amount of zombies to keep a certain amount in the room? And then I'm like, oh, wait, they just get rid of each other if there's too many. Never mind. So there are sure a lot of zombies, but if I brought this spawner, let's say in here, which is how it is in this little game area, then you've got to fight them off while collecting the keys and then making your way through these 3 doors. So that's what it is for next week. But yeah, a zombie spawner is pretty simple. And then swap out zombie for any other item, and you have an item spawner of some kind. So one other thing that someone mentioned is you press a button and then a zombie spawns. Well, to do that, instead of having this while true loop, all you do...
Wait, it's while true do?
Yeah, it's while true do. Yeah, in Roblox it is. Well, Roblox and Lua. It's annoying. It's not just while true. It's do while true or while true do. It just go back 10 seconds in this video you're referencing. And
why is there www whatever that? How much W is there?
Because I just got frustrated. What am I looking for again? Oh yeah, actually, this will work. Basically, put a click detector in a wall. And yeah, this is my poorly named object. So I could take this and I could just call this spawn zombie. Well, actually, I'm not even going to change the name. I'm just going to go over, change the text to spawn zombie. And then I'm going to take a drooling zombie. Or you could there's another one called Zombie AI, which works a bit more consistently. So I'm gonna throw this down on the ground, and that's in my workspace. I'm gonna bring into server storage. I'm gonna get rid of this space because that makes it easier to work with, and it seems like I actually already did that earlier. So now I've got that there. And in the script for this here, instead of getting rid of gold or whatever, or even needing to get reference to any of that, once someone clicks the button, let me grab my other script here. Let's copy this and see what I need to edit. Do I even need to edit anything? I don't know if I do.
No, you
Let's
don't
see.
need to.
Parent is jump increase. You get the zombie clone. It's named the same exact thing. This should work. So now whenever I click it, I should spawn a zombie. Unless there's something
Why did you put? Wait, what? Wait, what? Why did you put play here? You were
because
looking somewhere in the abyss, and you didn't anchor that.
yeah, I didn't anchor the floor or this was a garbage test project, which is why it's called www. So now if I do this, there they are. There they are.
Oh, they're attacking you. Run away, run away.
Yeah, so there we go. You
They
might
hate
want to take the collision off this because the collision is messing with the zombies here. They're kind of getting stuck and then shooting out. But yeah, and I'm getting a few errors down there because probably there's a ton of zombies.
And better run away.
Yeah, these are the zombie AI, which work a little bit better. But yeah, that is how you'd make a click zombie spawner or a timed zombie spawner. Thank you, zombie crew, for joining me. And I will see your projects next week. And after that, we're going to keep on going back to doing cool stuff. We're just taking this week to reorganize
Luke, next
stuff for
time
the
once we
senseis.
get into something else, can we name ourselves something else than Zombie Crew? That's a bit weird to name ourselves Zombie Crew.
Okay, you can put name suggestions in our Google Classroom, and we'll have a poll. Okay, Abby, what's your question?
Could you give me any game suggestions for what I could add for the game you said we could add back to?
Well, I would say you could add different ores, because I know your project didn't have different ores, and I would say add a level that you unlock. So when you buy when you have enough gold, you can click the button, and then a certain block's collision turns off. And then you'll be able to go to a lower floor with new ores, kind of like Minecraft. The deeper you go, the better ore you're able to get. Or you could have a lava obby. You could just add, frankly, whatever you wanted.
You could make it like the green ore is in the next level, and then you could make a red ore, brown ore.
So the two big things I would suggest are different types of ore, a different floor or level, as in like I could even just duplicate this, and then you can make a staircase down, which is blocked by pay however many to open, and then once they have enough and they click this, it disappears, and then the path will be clear. So you could just copy your shop for that, and then you'd be able to get access. So anyway, new ores, new area, and maybe a zombie spawner.
Luke, I have a question.
Just 2 out of those 3 things would be a fantastic upgrade. And yes, Anirudh,
can I share my
what's your
screen?
question?
It's kind of a beta question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to kind of make sure you guys are set, which is why I'm going a bit over time here.
Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so what's happening?
Words of encouragement, and it says work
that's
hard.
Okay, so there's those things. So I have my pickaxe, right? And I used that article that you put on to do stuff. It's not breaking the rock. I did all the code for it.
Okay, swing the pickaxe real quick.
I can't swing it.
Okay, that doesn't look like the pickaxe tool we used.
Oh wait, are you supposed to use a specific one?
Well, if you can't swing this one, then
Oh, okay, sure. I'm just gonna.
I mean, it should work,
What is it called?
But it should be that very first one, pickaxe tool.
Oh.
Yours is different on Mac.
Yeah.
Okay, type in pickaxe space and then tool. That's weird. I don't know why they give Mac a different search. Yeah, that one right there, pickaxe tool.
Okay, this thing.
Right up front. Yep.
Okay,
Pickaxe
then
tool.
let me go to
Your
this
script. Just take a look at it real quick.
Okay, wait. Should
Yeah,
I?
just put in the pickaxe and then take a look at it. Yep.
Okay.
Get your pickaxe fixed, then take a look at it.
They
Okay.
told me to use Scoop, but like
Yes.
it doesn't.
The thing is, what they used is a starter tool, which you import from them. I didn't want you guys doing that because adding that was a bit weird. And B, the scoop took 3 seconds to swing. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. That was painful to watch. And you could still walk into the ore and grab it anyway. So there is no dot scoop for your tool here. Instead, what you have is handle. So
tool handle.
Dot handle. Yeah, with capital H, and then down at the bottom where you have scoop dot touched.
Should I change this too?
Well, what does scoop reference in the future? Does that reference anything?
Why do I have that? I don't even know why I have that. Okay.
Well, no, I'd go back. I would reference the week 3 video for this. Okay, I know you referenced the tutorial, but go check that code in the week 3 video, and it should give you everything you need. Okay. So other than that, any other questions, or is everyone good?
No, I'm good.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh, wait, it's blue here.
Yeah, that because you don't have a reference to handle anymore.
But,
the thumbs up on both your screens. How fantastic, Abby. And so, yeah, because that's something that's grabbing. You don't have a variable for that like you do scoop. Well, anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing your projects next week, new and improved or getting them done. And I'll upload this video as soon as possible, and I'll make sure to write out some good feedback on each and every project. I can't wait for our next live session after that. Not this Monday, but next Monday. See you guys then. Bye-bye.
Can we, is there a way we can assign ourselves like a Zoom meeting with our senseis?
Yeah, so if you guys really do need to have a Zoom meeting, just type your questions in the chat. We might do one, which is just questions and answers.
Okay.
That me and Doug will need to set up. We're just gonna have a really busy week. I don't know if to show you guys this yet, but we're gonna be doing yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be doing more classes for more people. So we've got to make curriculums for that this week because me and Doug are still students and we've got to sort that out. But yeah, so week after that, we'll get back to classes, but that gives you guys the opportunity to improve these projects, which they're already cool, and you guys can make them super cool. Okay, see you guys. Bye.